Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and hope everyone has had a wonderful holiday season so far. Today I'm going to be showing you how I did this festive holiday makeup look. So this is what I'm going to be wearing for some holiday parties I have coming up still. I am going to be wearing this as well for New Year's Eve. This is the perfect kind of smoky, shimmery, yet very, very soft, not too bold, not too dramatic eye look. And this is also just a fun look that I like to do whenever I have anything really festive going on. I find that in the winter months I end up wearing more makeup and more dramatic looks just because it's kind of boring, it's cold out, weather's gross, I'm not really getting much sun anyways, so I like to kind of go all out. I feel like in the winter you just kind of feel a little icky, especially here in the Northeast. It gets super, super dry and cold, so I kind of like to warm myself up with some fun little makeup looks. So without any further ado, let's get into the tutorial. Okay, so I am an eyeshadow first person. I don't like doing my base makeup until after I do the eyeshadow because inevitably you're gonna be getting some fallout on your face. I just don't really want to mess up my base. I've always been an eyeshadow first person, so we're doing the eyeshadow first. Today I'm gonna be using this MAC Connect in color palette in Unfiltered Nudes. Now this isn't sponsored, I just purchased this myself because I was looking for a new set of just neutral eyeshadows. I love how it has a good balance of cool and warm tones, so really excited about this. The look I want to do today for our holiday makeup look is gonna be more of like a New Year's Eve kind of vibe, inspired by something like this, a little bit of this, so you can kind of get what my vibe is. First, to prime, I use the MAC Paint Pot in Bare Study. You couldn't tell, I'm a big fan of MAC, and I honestly have been using this just for years. This has worked better than any sort of eyeshadow primer I've ever tried, and I do use my fingers with this. I don't have nails right now, so I can easily just put a little bit on my finger like that, and then just slightly dab it and blend it all over the eyelid. You can even wear this on its own. It's so gorgeous. It's a shimmery, light beigey color. This way your eyeshadow is not going to crease at all. This will last forever. Back in my day, used these paint pots, had eyeshadow on, gone out, gone to bed, woke up the next day, wore it out the next day, and I'm not even kidding. I don't do that anymore, but when I was in college, you know. Other eye as well. One thing I love about this palette is it has this giant, beautiful mirror, which is like incredible. I feel like so many of these other palettes are just so cheap about having a mirror, so we love this. I always kind of like to just start with a neutral base all over the eyelid. I'm gonna go all over the lid first in a lighter shade. So this shade is called Send Neutrals. And I am just using a just flat powder shadow brush. We're just gonna be kind of tapping on this neutral shade. I'm just gonna get this all over the eye so that we have a nice base to work off of. Wow, this shadow is so pigmented. Okay, Satin Taupe. I am just going to ever so slightly place this into the inner corner. And now this is a little bit shimmery, so you can kind of build it up. But this is gonna add some nice dimension. I'm gonna drag it a little bit down onto the lid that way. Nice. I'm gonna do the other eye, and I just always dab. Very pretty, very subtle look so far. Now, to amp this look up, I'm gonna be using this darker shade here. It's called Accept Cookies. And I'm just gonna be darkening that crease ever so slightly, just to amp it up a little bit. And then the other side of this is just a blending brush, so I'm just gonna slowly blend that a little bit. That's what we've got so far, so it's nice and blended. I want this to be smoky, but very easy and not too dramatic. Just as needed. Okay, lovely. Now, I haven't blended out the outside edges yet, so just bear with me there, but I'm gonna be taking a smaller tapered brush, and I'm gonna be taking that darker shade here, the shimmery shade, Accept Cookies, and I'm just gonna be placing that subtly under bottom lash line, and I like to blend that with my finger so it's a little bit sexy, smoky look. Very, very subtle here. Wow, it looks so much more dramatic on camera than it does in real life. Now I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna take the blending end of this brush and just buff out those edges. Yeah, see that difference here to here? Yeah, we're just gonna. And then I'm gonna move on to the face base that I'm gonna be using for this holiday look. Alrighty, so next up, I am going to be using Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream as a quick base on my face. Now, I don't put this on before I do eyeshadow, simply because I don't want the eyeshadow to really stick. I put this on with my hands. Okay, cute. Now for foundation today, I'm gonna be using the Haus Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. This is awesome if you haven't tried. I am shade 100 light neutral. It is a little bit light, but that's because it's winter. And for this, I pump this onto my hand, and I'm gonna be taking a Sephora Pro foundation brush, just dabbing, getting that product onto the brush, applying that way. And I just like to dab this. I like this foundation because it's a full coverage, but it still looks like skin, and a little bit goes a long way. This shade is definitely a bit light for me. We're learning that now. We are gonna rock with it for now. And I kind of like to stipple foundation in. That is just kind of my vibe. Okay. And that was just 2 pumps of the product. So you can see a little bit goes a long way, and it really does look like skin. It's so nice. Then I'm gonna be taking my Fenty Beauty concealer in 185, and I'm gonna be placing this under my eye, by my nose, also a little bit here, and on my chin. Damp Beauty blender, and we're gonna be careful around the under eye shadow, and I'm also gonna take this time to kind of carve out the direction that I want that eyeshadow to go, okay? So see that, just being careful, that shape of where the eyeshadow is, so that it's very subtle. Now that we're blended, I am going to be baking with just Sephora translucent powder and one of these powder puffs from Amazon. And I really love to just bake my under eye. Gonna let that sit for a second. Okay, now that we are done baking, I am gonna be taking the MAC 170 brush just to wipe all of that loose powder off. And now I am gonna set my base using the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural in medium. This will also hopefully darken my skin tone right now a little bit due to the fact that this foundation is slightly light. This product is my favorite. I talk about it in like every video about how much I love it. But I'm just gonna pat this on all over just to really set everything on my face. Up next for contour, I am going to be using Patrick Ta's, one of his bronzer duos in She's Bronzed. So it comes with this cream bronzer as well as powder bronzer. And I'm gonna be using his brush that he made for these specific palettes. So using the contour end of the brush, I'm gonna dab, 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 and I'm just gonna subtly pat it beneath my cheekbone, just just to carve out a little bit. Look how nice and subtle that is. So pretty. And then what I do to kind of get this edge is I just take my beauty blender that still has a little concealer on it. This, I will say, this thing is fucking annoying. Okay. Slowly carve out this side. I am also gonna bring it up to my temples, forehead. I will say this product blends really nicely with the House Labs foundation. And then I do also like to take it under my chin. Also nice to put on the sides of the nose. Look how pretty. Now I am gonna use the other end, get into that bronzer shade. My look right now is a little bit dramatic. If you don't wanna be this dramatic, then obviously just lay off this step. Yeah, this side is a little. And then since this side is a little darker, I'm gonna take this MAC 170 brush again that still has some of that skin finish on it and just tone that down a touch. Wow, look how nice that looks. So it's not as stark of a dark skin tone right now. Now I am going to add a little bit of blush and highlighter. For blush, I am gonna be using a touch of NARS Orgasm Blush, and I'm gonna be using the Sephora Pro Blush 99 brush. And I'm just gonna be doing a touch because I don't want this to be too blushy. That's perfect. Just a touch, just a kiss of blush, if you will. Then I'm gonna be taking the Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette in Universal Glow. I'm gonna be using a highlighter brush, and what I'm gonna be doing is getting into our eye look a little bit with this highlighter because I'm obsessed with it. So I am actually gonna take this tapered brush. I'm gonna be going in with this icy white shade in the inner corner, just like so. Also gonna be taking my finger into the same white color and dabbing up here. Taking the blending brush, blending. Pretty, pretty. So New Year's-y holiday makeup vibes. I'm gonna be taking that highlighter brush, putting it into that white shade, putting it here on top of the cheekbone. Also gonna be taking the gold shade, putting it on the nose and top lip. Okay, I had to take a short break because my camera keeps dying, but I just put on some eyebrows. Now let's do some eyeliner because we wanna bump this look up. For eyeliner, we're gonna be going for a look like this, right? Sephora Shadow Stick and Liner. It's called the Colorful Shadow Stick and Liner. It is waterproof, it is amazing. And this is shade 24 Black Matte. So this is kind of just like a big crayon, but it's really, really nice, especially for getting under your upper waterline. For me, since I have such light eyebrows, I like to really, really get in there. So with that said, my upper lash line. Just like so. I am gonna kind of just really get in between the eyelashes and smudge it a little bit. So once I have lined my upper waterline with that I'm gonna take a smaller liner. I'm just gonna use Maybelline Tattoo Studio Smoky Gel Pencil in matte black. This is just smaller and thinner, so it's easier to line the lower lash line with. Just like so. Like that. I am going to take this Revlon. This is my favorite liquid eyeliner. This is the Revlon Color Stay Sharp Line. Blackest black. I give this a little shake. And it's got a nice pen-like tip. I'm just gonna look down and I'm gonna show you guys just how I wing it. Like that. And then I turn it this way. And that is how I do my wing. So see how this look is now coming together. It was looking a little crazy for a sec. And that is how I made my wing. So our smoky eye is almost done. Last step is gonna be lashes. So I am going to curl my lashes. This is just a Maybelline lash curler. And I'm gonna be using Maybelline Lash Sensational mascara because if you've seen any of my other videos, you know that this is my favorite. And I start at the bottom and just wiggle it up. So now you can really see what the full eye look is ending up as. You've just got to trust the process. Wow, I'm not gonna lie guys, while I was doing this look, I was like, it looks so crazy on camera. I was like, am I like mentally unwell because I wear my makeup and I think it looks good, but no, now it looks good. All right, I'm just gonna finish my mascara. So last thing I'm gonna do for this lip is a little bit of lip liner. This is actually the Sephora Rouge Gel Lip Liner. This, I am so blown away with how nice it is. I actually made a TikTok dedicated to this lip liner. This is in the shade Dress to the 90s. I think it is the perfect nude. I'm just gonna lightly line the lips. Wait, it's a little screw top. Okay, lightly lined. This also lasts so freaking long. I love these lip liners from Sephora. Now I'm gonna be using MAC Satin Lipstick in Cherish, a classic. If you know, you know, and if you didn't know, now you do. This is one of my favorite nudes ever. Okay, and I'm gonna keep this as a matte lip. Alrighty, I am ready to go to a holiday party. I am wearing my cashmere cream little sweater that's so nice and cozy, and I've got some gold earrings on, kind of similar to this photo of Camille Rowe that served as our inspiration today. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope that you try this look at home and you have fun with it, and I wish everyone the best, warmest, safest, and healthiest holiday season and new year. I will see you guys in 2024.